We talked about how the Cabal has a special meeting in September. Is that still planned, and why is that meeting so special? Who else is agreeing to that? Or is the Cabal just issuing a decree?
It is still planned. The meeting will consecrate a covenant that will give full and complete reign to the Cabal over Earth. It is being declared through their emissaries and vassals on the other side, in the astral plane, who have much more power than anyone on Earth. And yes, they are issuing a decree. There is no other side negotiating with them.
Where are the good forces? Where are the righteous you talked about? There's no way they would agree to this. What about in the astral plane? Do they know what's happening, what the Cabal is going to do, and they've decided they can't save Earth?
They are shut out of the agreement. They don't agree with it, but right now they have almost no one on Earth strong enough to resist or fight back. All of their resources are going into the astral war, and there's almost nothing they can expend on Earth. Earth is also so cut off from the astral, that they have a lot of trouble just communicating at all with anyone here. They can't even get through to hardly anyone here, Bill. They also know they are going to be starved of righteous souls passing over, with this new Vax plan, and they very are concerned, but what can they do? Their access to Earth is limited, they cannot reach anyone here. It is like a fog, pushing through a cloudy soup. It is hard to describe, but this realm is about as real and accessible to them as us using sonar the way a dolphin or whale does. If someone told you to go swim in the ocean, close your eyes and use sonar to see around you, could you do it, Bill? Would you be able to see anything?
No, I would see nothing. I couldn't do it. Point taken. But it sounds like the Cabal has humans here on Earth that can connect with the astral with ease. Why is it so easy for the Cabal to go back and forth between these dimensions? Are the righteous people here on Earth not trained? They're not able to connect?
The Cabal can connect to the astral through their occult ceremonies. They are trained in these practices. They connect routinely with spirits from the other side, to receive instructions. The righteous used to be trained, but many of those souls are in the astral now. Earth has been depleted of those trained in these practices. It has been for many years, partly due to the Cabal's efforts to target them and in some cases, kill them.
What about this Galactic Federation I hear about, all the people who channel them? Why are the Chanelers able to connect, but righteous people here on Earth can't connect to the other side?
I would say half of it is completely bogus, and the other half you have dark entities connecting with unsuspecting Chanelers, feeding them deceptions. It has to do with the training and who is being targeted. The Chanelers are completely unprepared and lack understanding of what they are doing, and they are easily exploited by dark entities. Any time a righteous soul from the other side might try to make contact, a dark entity will interfere and take over. The Chaneler doesn't know better, they're untrained. If the righteous here on Earth try to make contact with the righteous in the astral, they are targeted, sometimes even deceived, because they lack training, too.
Do these dark entities on the other side somehow have more power, more of an ability to get through to this realm? It seems they do.
Yes, in part because the Cabal has so many of their humans trained in connecting with them. The Cabal also physically controls some of the portals. There are ones in South America, Russia, Iraq, and more than a few important ones in Arizona, Utah and Colorado. The Cabal controls their physical access, giving them an extraordinary advantage. The good forces here are spread apart, while the Cabal is highly organized, highly dedicated to occult practices. A lot of whom I would call good teachers, are also under intense attack here on Earth. A lot of good souls, doing their best, receive the most psychic and spiritual attacks of anyone. This makes them even less able to do the work they need to do.
Okay, thank you for explaining this. It's making sense to me. I'm just trying to understand why it seems like the Cabal has so much power, while these good forces seem outnumbered.
The evil forces' control over Earth has been increasing steadily, while the balancing powers of good forces have been declining. The battle on the other side was about even, then the poison shots were taken by billions of spiritually dead people who will die and work for the Cabal in the astral. This will greatly boost the Cabal's war footing. The unvaxxed who are still alive on Earth, while aware and awake in many ways, they do not have a plan for what is coming, nor do they even know what is coming. They will not be allowed to have a natural passing to the astral, to join the good forces there, or to be with the Creator, nor will they be allowed to do any good work here on Earth, once they are injected with this new technology.
Thank you, that's helping me conceptualize what's going on. This is a complex spiritual wargame across multiple dimensions. Let's return to the Cabal, their claiming of Earth. Once they have this ceremony, what's going to happen?
These restrictions they always adhere to, those will be gone. Some are already gone. They always followed some rules.
But those rules didn't seem to stop them from killing, murdering people, and hurting children.
No, but they did keep all of that secret and contained, cloaked in deception, or kept underground, literally and figuratively. Now they won't.
Why did they have rules in the first place?
Because there were once much more powerful beings on this planet who were righteous, who enforced some of these rules, but they are all but gone now. The Cabal is more confident than ever they can simply take over Earth without repercussions.
What about the unvaccinated, who resisted? Are they not powerful enough?
Collectively, there are things they could do to harm the Cabal, but they are not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to beings who held great power over the Cabal, who were spiritually advanced and trained in proper techniques. They could match the Cabal's power, and they enforced these previous rules. They could not stop the Cabal's evil and killing, but they could impose some restrictions, to prevent the Cabal from turning Earth into a literal hellscape of horrors. Those beings are no longer here, they are in the astral fighting the war there.
I see. I've seen some things going on that seem to not follow any rules anymore, like the lockdowns in China, the starvation of people, the vaccines for kids, scientists telling us we now need to eat human flesh, or scientists claiming pedophilia is somehow normal. This seems way more bold, way more. Does this relate to these other meetings you told me about?
Yes, it does. They've already had a series of meetings and crafted new agreements, which is why some of what they are doing is more brazen than usual. This meeting in September seems to be the final one for these purposes.
I felt they're already no longer following rules or laws they used to. Now they're just telling people directly, we are going to do this to you. They just said the booster shots aren't even tested, openly, by the way. Not tested. I guess because they now think Earth is all theirs, no need to waste time with testing.
Yes, but deception is still in place and still key. I don't think that will go away completely right now, but they are going to be more direct going forward. The game here on Earth isn't really complete until 2030, for the Cabal. By then, if you somehow lived without being injected and retained your sovereignty and your soul, you will see things you cannot even believe. The true test of it will be how the public at large reacts. They have been heavily exposed to the truth, yet they ignore it.
I want to understand something better. The Cabal plans to vaccinate every unvaxxed person. If they take this formulation, or they are forcibly injected with it, you've suggested to me many times that this will irrevocably alter them in some way. Will they be the same person? There's a lot of reports of the nanotech, of the tracking, people being caught on Bluetooth, and so on. You've said that is just testing for the future vaccine, correct?
Based on what I know about this formulation, no, they will not be the same. It is not a poison, Bill, not like the current ones. It will take the most advanced technologies in terms of transhumanism and nanotech and install them into the human body. They've tested a lot of things on the vaccinated, but the main purpose is to kill. In the course of issuing billions of doses, they put out all kinds of experimental doses, tests for their future formulation that will be used post-reset, once CSRQ is online. Children's souls are protected. They will rejoin the Creator almost instantly after passing. The parents, on the other hand, will have written into the code of their own souls a contract with the Cabal that is everlasting. Children bring light into this world that the Cabal cannot extinguish. Animals do, too. This is why they want to stop new births and eliminate the animals.